That is so cool. All right, this is my brand new to me 2007 Mercedes S550. I got it at an auction for a really good price because it's got some things wrong with it. It was in a little accident on that side, and it scratched up that fender and the door and a little bit of the back door, but I think the back door is repairable. Messed up that wheel pretty good, but I don't think the wheel is bent. I took it for a little spin and it seems all right. It did mess up the suspension. The tie rod is kind of looking like a taco. It's folded over. I bent it back so that I could drive it, but that's not safe to have it bent like that and then bend it back. It makes it really brittle and fragile. So I got a new one, inner and outer. I'm sure the outer is fine, but might as well, you know, I'm gonna have it out in my hand, so why not? All right, I ran into a few issues, and it's just because this is a Mercedes, or a Mercedes S-Class. Car's too low to get the jack under, but this has an ABC system on it. So, man, it's hot in here. All right. Now, is that working? Not working. Try that again. Turn off the Megadeth. Nope, try that again. Ignition on, but not starting. Yeah, maybe I gotta start the thing. All right, here we go. Shh. All right, there we go. Vehicle rising. Give it a sec. All right, it's all the way up. Now I'm gonna turn off ESP if I can. There we go. And shut her down. All right. I'm still learning. Okay, so now, nice big gap. And got room to fit the jack under. And it's not gonna throw a tantrum when I take the weight off of the wheels. So I'll do that. And there's another little quirky detail. In the middle of the car, on the cross member, there's a jack point, it's a little square rubber block. And it fits in the cup of the floor jack. But there's nowhere to put jack stands. So there's these fancy little rubber cups on the side. Those are points that hold jack stands, but they don't hold your average jack stand. I mean, I'm used to Jeeps and trucks and things, so I got these bruisers, way too big. Here, I took one of them off. This sits on the frame rail like that. So it's got this little cup in here. If I tried to put, like here, if I tried to put this on a regular jack stand, I'd have to balance it and hope that I don't crush the sides of this thing. can't really put it that way either, because this side is higher than this side. So they really want you to buy specialty equipment to work on this car. So what I did was went to Walmart and got some inexpensive 3-ton jacks and modified them a little bit. I just took the ears off of it. Let me get the other one. So that's what it used to look like. That's what it looks like now. And this guy goes right there. So if it compresses a little too much, it can catch the sides. I think that ought to work. I highly doubt it's got a 3-ton capacity anymore, but so what? This car is 2 tons, and this is a 3-ton jack, and I've got 2 of them. So I think I'm good. Just to be on the safe side, I'll leave the floor jack. I'll take the weight off of it, but I'll leave it locked just in case the car decides to shift while I'm under it. That's a heavy beast to land on you. All right, my jack trick is working out pretty well. Feel like I'm relatively safe from being crushed by a Mercedes. All right, so here, focus that. There's the bent tie rod. And I don't know, let me leave the wheel on. Now I'll take it off. Get better leverage with it off. All right, so first thing I gotta do is get this, whatever this is, this plastic cover off, because I need to get to the other side of that bellows. And I'm not sure if I can reuse those clamps. I hope I can. I don't really know. I can't tell how they work. I guess they just pinch. So in looking at this further, I've got scratches on that tie rod. Hope it's not bent, but this one over here has got a bunch of scratches and nicks out of it. I don't think this was caused by the accident. I think this was caused by the Copart forklift. When they were moving the car around, they're not too gentle with that thing. So I'm repairing damage that the auction house did when they were moving the car. So that's what it's come to. $5 pipe wrench on a $100,000 car. All right, here's the old one. This is after I straightened it. That was as straight as I could get it while it was still on the car, but it was folded in half. Doesn't surprise me. Copart. So it's off, and I counted the threads to where the nut was, the lock nut. I'm just going to assume that it had a good alignment on it before, and put the nut in the same number of threads up. You know, hopefully the new parts are close to the original Mercedes parts, as far as size goes. But we'll see. I don't know. I just have to get it good enough to get to the alignment shop without destroying tires. So, check this out. Look at the shape of those lug nuts. That's an AMG thing. I had to pick up a fancy flower socket wrench to fit the fancy flower lug nuts. Get on there. Hey, they fit. Wow, tight fit. Look at those things. I've heard that a regular 17mm lug wrench will take those things off. But, you know, it's not the same shape, so I don't want to do it too much with that wrench. I guess if I ever get a flat tire, then I can use the one that's in the spare. But I get this feeling that people who get flat tires in cars like this don't really change them on their own. So, all right, I'm gonna need 2 hands to get the rest of this off. Wheel is off. Pickle fork isn't doing a whole lot, at least not by hand. So, like I already screwed up the threads, so I'm committed now. Man. All right. Amazing. All right, need 2 hands again. Whew. All right, new one's in there. It's looking good. Man, to get that old one out, I had to beat on that thing like crazy. But now that I got the new one in, it looks pretty darn straight. I mean, I know my eyeballs are not a good enough tool for straightening things out. All right, so the wheel is straight. That. It looks right on the money. I guess I'll know when I drive it. I'm pretty sure that it was in at least decent alignment when it was, you know, before it was smacked and bent and all that kind of stuff, just because of the tires. They're looking good. They have a little bit of feathering, a little bit of edge wear, but you can't rotate these things, so I guess that's to be expected. Let me button this thing back up and I'll take it for a test drive. If the wheel is straight, if the steering wheel is straight, I'm gonna call this done. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, sort of. Road's crowned. That's not bad. I think I'm good leaving it there until I get tags on this thing and I can drive it down to the alignment shop. It should be good. Feels good. Yeah, right, that's enough. All right, so that'll wrap it up. I'm happy with the suspension, and later.